So hi guys, I'm back again with some more Pokemon Online battles. Here I have one against Raven, who's commonly found on Soul City, or the hideout now. It was a pretty good match, and I've lost her like all the times, but for once my luck changed when she was using her Sand Team, so here we go. She sends out Tyranitar, and I send out my Machamp, and she switches into Kingdom Kong her Landorus, and I go for the Dynamic Punch and confuse it. It hits itself, and now I go for the Ice Punch and finish it off. Now she sends in Heatran and goes for the Fire Blast and almost finishes me, while I go for the Dynamic Punch and finish off her Heatran. Now she sends back Reptar, her Tyranitar, and quakes me, but I go for the Bullet Punch and do 1/4 of her health. Now I send in my Breloom, Poison Heal, and she goes for the Rock Slide. And I go for the Spore, and I get my Toxic Orb off. And I think here I sub. Yeah, here I sub, and I heal. That's pretty cool. Now I'm getting ready to Focus Punch it. Sub plus Focus Punch combo. And she has a Sash Cacturn, so I'm like Sucker Punch maybe? But then I forgot that Focus Punch won't work if you get hit in that turn. So I just go for the Seed Bomb here and finish it off. And around 20%. Now she sends in her Omastar, which I go for the Seed Bomb, and it's sashed as well, and I almost take it out. Now she goes for the Shell Smash, and I get really worried here, because I'm like, I don't want an Omastar sweeping me here. And so I just now remembered in that point of the battle that I have an easy solution, I think. Oh yeah, I was gonna say send in my Scizor and Bullet Punch, but since my Jirachi is scarfed, I can easily outspeed. And now I flinch with Fire Fang. I'm like, lucky hacks right there, right now. And I go for the Iron Head and don't even do half. And she finishes me off with another Fire Fang. And here stuff gets real. Sorry, okay. I go for the Bullet Punch and do over 50%, and she misses her Fire Fang luckily, and I go for another Bullet Punch and finish it off. And here she sends her Tyranitar back in, and I finish it off. Let me load up another one. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here I have another battle against Genova, who I rarely see anymore. I think we were on the Area 51 server, so here we go. This was a Elite Four battle, and I sent in my Haxorus while he sends in Ninetales. He sets up a nasty plot while I set up a Dragon Dance. And he's sashed, and I go for the Earthquake, and he goes for another nasty plot, and I outspeed, and he doesn't know that. And I go for the Brick Break and finish it off. I go for the Brick Break here. I thought it was super effective, but apparently it isn't. And so he sets up rocks, and now I go for the Earthquake and finish it off. Now he sends in Chandelure, and I automatically kill it with an Earthquake. Here comes Gengar. Since I have Mold Breaker, Levitate doesn't work. And yeah, so I kill it off in one hit. Rotom H has Levitate, doesn't work, Mold Breaker. Now he sends in Golurk, and I do over half with an Earthquake. And he does barely, and he doesn't even do half to me, so that was a GG. That was a really awesome sweep. Now let me load up another one. Okay, I'm back, and I have a battle here with TriStyles X from the Pokemon Wi-Fi chat. We met on PO, and we had a DWOU battle. So here we go. He leads off straight up Genesect, while I send in, well, I'm using my OU team, my normal OU, and he sends in the Genesect, so I'm getting ready to Dynamic Punch. He switches, and to Chandelure, flamethrowers me at payback. I automatically killed it. Sends back in Genesect, and since I was low on health, he automatically finished me off with that move. Now I send in my Haxorus, while he switches to Genesect, and I go for the U-turn, predicting something. I don't remember what. Then I send in my Rotom Wash form, and he goes for the U-turn, and U-turns out into Garchomp. And here I Will-O-Wisp it, and I really wanted to cripple that Scarfed Genesect, but you can't get what you want. Now he sends back in Genesect, and I go for the Hydro Pump straight up, and yeah. He goes for the Thunderbolt, expecting to kill with Scarf, and he doesn't, and I go for the Hydro Pump and finish off that Genesect. So yeah, one less Genesect to worry about. He goes for the Rock Slide now with Excadrill and misses, and I go for the Hydro Pump and hit and kill it. So that's pretty cool, especially since I have low accuracy in sand. And now Meloetta comes in and Thunderbolts me and kills me. Good job, Meloetta. You did better than Genesect. He switches back into Garchomp while I go straight for the Bullet Punch. And I can tell it's bulky because my Banded Scizor set barely did half. And I missed this one. Missed the Bullet Punch. He Earthquakes me and gets a crit. And I'm like, no! So now I Bullet Punch, hit, and kill it off. And I just now find out he has Sand Veil. Meloetta comes back in, Thunderbolts me, and gets the Parahacks. I'm like, oh, dang it. Now, if I don't end up hitting here, okay, yeah, I end up hitting and finishing off the Meloetta. But I think I go down here. Yeah, I do. I go for the Bullet Punch, and it almost takes out that Tyranitar. And he takes me out with the Pursuit. But here, I send in my Haxorachie and go for the Iron Head and automatically kill it. So that was a GG. Okay, let me load more. Okay, so I'm back and I loaded up 1 versus Nerds Clan Pandora. I set up my rocks with Empoleon while he sends in Snorlax and Body Slams me, hoping to get the Parahacks. Yeah, I go for a Scald here and luckily get the burn. And he goes for another Body Slam on me and still doesn't get the Parahacks, so I'm like, yes. And so I keep going for Scalds while he keeps going for Body Slams, and I'm still not getting Parahacks. So I'm like, this is awesome. Now I go for a Grass Knot while he goes for a Rest. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I just whittled him down for nothing. Now I go for another Scald. And I found out he has Sleep Talk and still Body Slams me with no Parahacks. And I'm just getting lucky here. He keeps Body Slamming me and he still doesn't get Parahacks. Now I Roar him out. But that was a pretty bad idea because now he sends in Rubishin. And I thought he had guts. It doesn't seem that he has guts. And I was like, oh no. I thought he had guts. So I'm like, oh my gosh. No. So I go for a Scald, do about 50%, and he kills me off with a Drain Punch. Now here I set up a Swords Dance. He goes for a Poison Jab, and I did not know that was super effective. I am just saying that. And I'm Technoloom, so I go for a Mach Punch and finish it off, and I'm Life Orb. And so here I'm like so glad Rocks was up, because that Charizard lost half and went down to a Mach Punch. Now D-Knight comes in, loses a lot from Rocks, and I go for a Mach Punch. I get it down to below half and it kills me off with a Fire Punch. It extreme speeds me here and does a lot to me. Here I go for a Psychic and kill off that Dragonite. Now here comes Swampert. And I go for the Energy Ball and finish off that Swampert with Alakazam, so I'm like, yes. Here comes in Garchomp. I go for a Psychic, don't end up killing it, but I don't care at that point because I know I still have something else to take it out. And here I send in Genesect, and I go for the Ice Beam and finish off that Garchomp. And now he sends in Snorlax, and I switch into Terrakion, and I'm on a balloon, and he has Sleep Talk and rests, but he doesn't get to. So basically what happens is I set up I get a close combat off, and it's the end of the battle. Okay, I'm gonna look at that. Okay, here I have an LC battle, Little Cup battle with Gamma Mage, who I hardly ever see anymore on PO. I normally don't do LC Little Cup But I just felt like showing this one because I've never shown one before, so here we go. I send in my fungus while he sends in, or she, whatever, sends in Trico, and hidden power, I'm predicting it's hidden power fire, and I have my own hidden power fire, and so I kill, and he brings me down low with his hidden powers, and I kill him with my 2 hidden power fires, sends in Magnemite, kills me off with hidden power, and I send in a Lila Kid and kill it with a fire punch. Now here I have HP grass with Chinchou, and I use it while Chinchou paralyzes me, sends in his own Elekid, and fire punches me. Luckily doesn't kill me, but oh no, I thought I got Parahex. I use HP grass again. He uses Sledge Bomb with Bulbasaur and takes me out. I send in my Porygon. Still Sledge Bombing me. I go for a Tri-Attack, and he Sledge Bombs still. Here I go for the Ice Beam because I knew it would take it out with its health. Now he sends in his own Fungus, who I go for a Tri-Attack on while he Giga Drains on me. Here I go for the Recover, and he Giga Drains again. While he's slowly healing, I go for an Ice Beam, and I take all that HP he recovered, and now here I go for another Ice Beam and finish it off. Now Chinchou comes in, finishes me off with a Scald, and I send in my Numble, and he finishes me off with the Scald because I was being an idiot and sent in Numble. I send in Ghastly and use Sludge Bomb while he uses Rest. There's no rain, so I don't think Hydration comes in. Now I get a crit, which basically takes him down. And scalds me, doesn't kill me luckily, and I use Sledge Bomb and finish him off. Okay, let me load some more. I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more. Okay, I'm back in here. I have a battle versus the Battle Pyramid server owner, Clumsy. So let's get started. He sends in Weavile, and I send in Starmie. He sets up a Swords Dance while I go for my Hydro Pump, and I'm Life Orb. He goes for the Beat Up, and I'm like, okay, this is not looking good already. Now I send in Jirachi, and luckily because I think I'm Scarfed, and I go for the U-turn and switch into my Shaman while he sends in Blaziken. I have Earth Power, and I wanted to hit it, but no, he protects. And I die to a Flare Blitz this turn. And luckily he does over 30% to himself. Here I send in Suicune, and I think it's a free Calm Mind. No, but I go for a Hydro Pump because I really wanted to take out that Blaziken. Now here I start setting up Calm Minds, and while he does the same, I set up another one while I think he does the same. He does the same. And I'm predicting like a Thunder soon. I don't remember this battle very much, but I'm predicting it. We're just basically setting up Calm Minds. Here I go for the Hydro Pump while he Thunderbolts, and doesn't do much to me, but I do much to him. Here I almost kill his Mew, but he roosts, so yeah. I did not know Mew has Roost, to be honest with you, and now we're just basically setting up Calm Minds again. Yeah, still setting up Calm Minds here. More Calm Minds. Now I go for a Hydro Pump and almost kill that Mew. Another one will take it out. Now he Thunderbolts, and I missed my Hydro Pump this time, and he roosts. I'm like, oh man. And so he sets up another Calm Mind, and so I'm basically just missing on my Hydro Pumps. So yeah, he Psychics me, gets a crit, and takes out my Suicune. I send in my Jirachi and go for the Iron Head. Well, he basically just tries setting up Calm Minds like an idiot. And Um, he roosts. I Iron Head. He flinches this time. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting texted. I keep going for Iron Head, and I want the hacks. And no, but I don't get the hacks. Like, what? Now, he just calm mind spams. And I'm not even getting, like, any flinch hacks here. Well, he got a special defense drop on me. Here I finally get a crit and a flinch on him. Now here I go for the Iron Head and finish him off. And now he's in Blaziken, and I switch into Heatran, predicting some fire move. Like some, I don't know what I was thinking. He goes for Stone Edge, crits me. And here I go for the Earth Power and finish him off. Here I have the Shuka Berry, but I still die to an Earthquake. I go for the Explosion and actually end up killing that Gliscor, and I'm like, yes. Yeah, so I trick with the Skarmory because I am Choice Scarf. He Brave Birds and does like nothing to me, so now I know he won't set up. Here I Fire Punch, and he just keeps spamming Brave Bird and gets a crit. And yeah, so I just basically Fire Punch away. And I'm so lucky that I'm not dying right here. I'm at 17% health, and I go for the Iron Head just so I don't end up taking any more hits from this thing. So here I go for the Fire Punch because I know it has low enough health so I can take it out. Now here is where it really gets exciting. He sends in his Rayquaza, and extreme speeds me, and I'm so lucky that it did not kill me. And here what happens, I go for another Iron Head while he flinches, and I get another, and I get enough HP that to where he doesn't kill me with the extreme speed, and I go for the Iron Head and finish him off. So that was a GG. I'm gonna load another one. Hold on a minute. Okay, here I have a battle against Void the way I am. What is happening? Hold on. Okay, fixed it, I hope. Okay, let's start it up. He sends in Espeon while I send him a Champ. He Psychics me, but I'm sashed, and I go for the Dynamic Punch. I thought he would set up screens or something. He ends up hitting himself, which is pretty good for me, and I finish him off with another Dynamic Punch. He sends in Scizor and a predicted Bullet Punch. This is basically my death fodder. He has a Steel Gem, which really was wasteful. He sets up a Swords Dance here. I go straight off for the Superpower because I didn't think, you know, I thought it would kill, but it doesn't. So now he sends in, now I send in Latios, and he finishes me off with a Bullet Punch. And I'm like, no way. Here I go for a Bullet Punch and get that crit revenge back on his Breloom. And so yeah, I keep Bullet Punching away and end up getting crits. And yeah, I'm just Bullet Punching away, and I'm whittling his team down as much as possible here. Here I go for another Bullet Punch, end up finishing his Salamence. I could tell it's a Moxie Mance because it no Intimidate. Here he goes for a Bullet Punch. I resist it, take like almost nothing. Here I go for my own Bullet Punch and finish it off. And now here it's a Blissey. I just go for a Bullet Punch. I didn't think it would do much, but you know. So yeah, there we go. Now here I go for another Bullet Punch. There's only like one more turn left. He Ice Beams and I survive, and here I go for another Bullet Punch, hit, and finish off his Blissey. So that was a GG. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed.